All right, hey, this is Larry Yeager at Yeager's Harley Davidson. And if you are the kind of guy there or gal that likes a little bit more of a dirt bike feel on your Pan America, and you like the dirt bike grips instead of the stock feel of the grips, I've installed dirt bike grips on my own bike already. So I kind of have always liked, and if you're a dirt biker, you understand what I'm talking about. I've always liked a full waffle grip. They make half waffle grips, and that means just kind of the diameter of the grip. Okay, the full waffle's a little bit bigger diameter grip. That's always been my thing and what I've always liked. So I wanted more of that dirt bike feel on my bike. So I installed a set of Answer full waffle grips, which has kind of always been my choice of grip. But a little bit of a process, not too bad. One thing I'll tell you is if you have a Pan America Special, of course you got heated grips, in which that's what I had. Okay, so you got to sacrifice the heat. You give up the heated grips to be able to go with the dirt bike grip. But that was okay with me. I can manage without that. If you have a Pan America standard, of course it doesn't have heated grips. Okay, so there's no worry there. Well, another tip I would tell you is on the throttle side, the grip, whether it be heated or not heated, is molded to the throttle tube. I have not found anybody that's selling a replacement throttle tube that doesn't already have a grip on it. Okay, so one thing I found that works really good on removing these off of there is to get you a wire wheel on the end of your grinder, and it will eat the rubber grip off of this. It's been molded on there, but it will not affect the plastic as long as you don't bear down on it too hard. So what I did was I ordered a stock throttle tube for a Pan America, not a special, which came in. I'll put the part number down for you on that so you know what part number to order. And then I took it to my wire wheel grinder and I ground off the stock grip, got it down to the plastic tube. Then I had a plastic tube exposed. Of course, the left-hand grip is just, it's not actually glued to the handlebars on a Pan America. It is, it's got a clamp that clamps it on there. So I'll show you here shortly, basically the basic process and getting grips off and getting grips on this bike. But anyway, again, order yourself a regular Pan America throttle tube. It's cheaper. You don't have to, you can still have, your heated grips if you want to put them on later. And just wire wheel that dude off of there, get it down nice and clean, get all the rubber off there from the grip, off the plastic, and it'll be ready to glue back on there. Okay, you really don't need very many tools to make this happen. You need a 25 Torx, you need a number 10 Torx, and you need a number 40 Torx. It's really about all you need. I've always got a pocket knife handy because you never know when you need a little bit of a sharp point or a pry bar or something, but basically that's pretty much what you're going to need. So I got a new Pan America here, just kind of show you kind of quickly how to get to those grips. So we're going to take the hand guards off. 2 bolts on the front. That's the 25 Torx. Just like that. Of course, as you know, that's another pet peeve of mine. I'm not real happy with these bark busters they've got, but they just pop on the end of the handlebar. Then you will want to take the handlebar end cap off. Right here, it's of number 40. Take it loose. It's kind of tight. I'd already pre-loosened this one, so it come off kind of easy. Set him off to the side. You are going to need to take the back side cap off of this switch housing, because that's how you access the plug-in for the heated grip. Okay, there is a number 10 Torx screw right here, and the little bitty guy they kind of stay in there, but I'm always nervous about that. I'm nervous they're going to fall out, so kind of be careful with him. And then there's another one on the bottom. So there's two number 10 torque screws that you take loose. And as you can see, that cap's already kind of trying to fall off. Comes off, and if you notice, that screw is still in there, and that screw is still in there. But be careful with them. They fall out, you ain't gonna find them dudes on the shop floor. They're pretty small. Set it off to the side. Take your number 10 Torx. And this is gonna be hard for you to see on the video, but underneath here, there is a plug-in, and you're gonna push. I'll get it out here and I'll show you. All right, so you push this tab right here in. That right there, push that dude in, and the heated grip unplugs right from that left-hand control module. Okay, so then that heated grip is loose. Now, the next trick is, this is where your, actually I think I failed to tell you, you need a number 15 Torx as well, I believe is what it was. And right on the top side of the grip, peel this back just a little bit, and there is one Torx bolt right there. And you will loosen him up. And it's loose. Take him right off. That's all you do. And then you'll take your dirt bike grip of choice, some good grip glue, spread it on the handlebars. I personally like to put it inside the grip, so then as I slide it on the handlebars, it spreads up the grip and it doesn't put a big bead of it here at the end of the handlebar. So take your grip, put a good bead of grip glue on the inside of that grip, and then just put him on there. And it's if you've put dirt bike grips on, it's tight, but it'll go. So put him on there, and then you're going to want to take a razor blade, slice off the end, and then you can put your handlebar end cap back on there. I'm going to go ahead and put this dude back together. So okay, so then you will put your handlebar end cap on there. There you go. And then you'll snug him up. This little switch housing, make sure your screws stay in there, and it will pop back on there. I'm going to plug in my heated grip because I'm putting this back together stock. Okay. This is a little bit tricky. These are pretty lightweight plastic switch housings, and when you get them in the right position, they will fall right together. Don't force them. Just kind of let it, what I try to do is just kind of squeeze them and watch that. When you get into place, that gap will close just like that. You've seen that gap close. That told me that it's all the way together, and it didn't take any force. It's just a matter of getting it in the right spot, okay? So I start that one screw, I go down and start the other screw. Snug him up. Doesn't have to be real tight. And it's back together. Then you put your hand guard back on, just like that, okay? So that's how you do the non-grips, the non-throttle side, all right? So let's gonna slip over here to the throttle side, kind of do the same thing. Take our guard off. One thing I'm gonna do different on this one is I'm gonna loosen up the brake reservoir bracket. I'm not gonna take it off. You can take it off if you want to. I'm just gonna loosen it up. Makes it a little bit easier to get that little switch housing off. So I'm gonna loosen that just a touch. where it pivots like that and kind of moves back out of the way. Gives you a little bit more room to get that switch housing out. Then we're going to take our number 10 again. Take those little Torx bolts out of there without losing them. This one is a little bit different too. The wire, the throttle or the heated grip wire, has got a little zip tie right there, as you can see, that's holding it to the housing. So when you pull this off, it's not going to want to come all the way off of there. And what I did was I reached in with my Torx and I pushed on the heated grip wire, as you can see it right there, the catch, and pulled it out. Like, there we go. That way it fell down just like that. Okay. So cool thing is, on the throttle side, once you get that done, take your end cap off. This grip is just slid on there, period. So then you'll want to cut this zip tie. I left my cap in there simply because it might, not that it's a sealed housing, but I thought maybe it might keep a little more water out of there. And then I slid the new throttle tube on, put my housing on, slid my grip on, same way, put grip glue inside the grip, slid him on there, put my handguard back on, and went together real good. Now, one more thing I want to show you I about forgot about that I think is kind of cool is if you want to adjust, like myself, I'm particular about handlebar position and lever position and switch housing position. And I just like them to be nice and level. So the two little Torx screws we took off only screws the housing together, is all that does. There is a Torx bolt, it's a number 25 on the bottom. One Torx bolt right there. If you loosen that bolt, that will allow this switch housing to pivot on the handlebars a little bit, so you can position it in a different position. Same on the other side, okay? And so that is how, if you want to adjust the position of your switch housings, that's how you do it, not by just loosening them little number 10 Torx clamps, okay? And again, you know, going back on, like I said, put the throttle tube on, put the grip on it, put your handguard back on it of choice, and when you get all that done, end result is you'll have a nice set of dirt bike grips of your choice that I feel like are softer, more comfortable, and if you're riding off road, you get them muddy, they got a better grip to them. So anyway, I sure hope that helps you. I hope that was informative for you, and enjoy your Pan American. Thank you.